Vancouver Public Schools gets a $43 million grant. Find out where the money came from and how it's going to help kids. Plus, a member of the Portland Timbers checks in at a local elementary school, why he selected them for a visit, and the lessons he had for the kids. And celebrating heritage, we take you to the annual Children's Culture Parade down at Fort Vancouver. Hello and welcome to Inside Vancouver Public Schools. I'm Chad Young. We begin with big news for the school district. It's been selected for a huge grant to reduce class sizes. Nick Vole explains how it works and why Vancouver was selected.
A space like this can hold a lot of students, but an overstuffed classroom isn't what's best for kids. To reduce class sizes, the state of Washington has set aside $200 million. And of that, Vancouver Public Schools is getting nearly $43 million.
The state Senate passed Bill 6080 to reduce class sizes in grades K through 3 in time for the 2017-18 school year. To qualify for the grant, the district met several criteria, including need. The district hasn't passed a bond measure to build new facilities in 15 years. Poverty. About 53% of district students qualify for free or reduced lunch, a federal benchmark. Classroom and teacher availability. Vancouver doesn't have space or personnel to meet the state's class size reduction goals. And lastly, the ability to raise matching funds. In this case, the district has committed nearly $15 million of its own money for the project. For now, that $15 million will come from the district's reserve fund, but will be replaced with the potential passage of a bond measure in February of 2017.
So how do you reduce class sizes? Vancouver's plan is to build more classroom spaces and put more teachers to work. Inside Vancouver Public Schools, I'm Nick Vole.
The bond Nick mentioned would include replacement buildings for older schools and improvements for every school in the district. Planning for those replacements has already begun in the form of community symposiums. The most recent was Walnut Grove Elementary School. It was built in the 50s and remodeled 20 years ago. In the symposium, students, staff, parents, and community members came up with concepts for what they'd want a future school building to look like. Although the concepts are not final designs, they are helpful guides for architects and school administrators. Several schools that may be replaced have already held symposiums, and there are several more planned. The board will decide this fall on whether to put forth the bond measure. Congrats go out to two high school students who earned some of the biggest academic honors in the country. Gabe Epstein of Vancouver School of Arts and Academics and Courtney Stump of Columbia River High School are both National Merit Award winners. Stump was one of 2,500 students across the country to earn a $2,500 National Merit Scholarship. She is one of 4 seniors at River with a perfect 4.0 grade point average.
It's a pretty incredible honor just in that it meant not only did I have a great test score, but then I wrote essays and got recommendations from different people around the school and went through a review process after that. So it just shows, I guess, to me that in many ways the hard work I've done in high school has paid off.
Stump is headed to Dartmouth next fall and plans to major in biophysical chemistry. But first, she's volunteering this summer to build a hospital in Rwanda. As for Epstein, he's a musician, but that's not what he'll study in the University of Washington Honors Program.
I'm looking forward to college immensely. I can't wait to try and broaden my worldview and meet a lot of new and interesting people. I'm hoping to do some sort of engineering. Right now it's material science, but I don't know what I'll go into yet.
Epstein is not only a Merit Award winner, he's also a Presidential Scholar semifinalist. Congratulations to both of these outstanding students. Congratulations also go out to Skyview teacher Lindsay Hathaway. She finished second in the On Point Community Credit Union Educator of the Year contest. Hathaway is an alternative learning instructor at Skyview and earned accolades for her work with AVID, a program that encourages college attendance. As runner-up, she won $2,500 plus an additional $1,000 for classroom resources and supplies. Way to go, Miss Hathaway. Students at King Elementary get a visit from a Portland Timbers star who brought with him a passion for soccer and sportsmanship. Nat Borchers, a defender for the Timbers, took time to meet with the members of the King Cubs after-school soccer club. After a greeting in front of the school, Borchers spoke to the students about what it means to be a good sport. He even demonstrated what to do if you knock an opponent down in a game. Besides sportsmanship, his other big message to kids?
To believe in themselves and to not make excuses. I think that's one of the best parts about this particular program is that you have accountability and you have the kids being able to look themselves in the mirror and try to make themselves improve.
Borchers gave one lucky student the cleats he wore during the Timbers championship run last season, a rare and valuable memento for any Timbers fan. The league King is part of is sponsored by the Vancouver Police Activities League. At this year's league tournament, Harney Elementary School unseated King as the champion. It's a cliche, but it's true. Every student competing in the league is a winner.
3, 4, 5, 6.
This season is over, but the Harney Elementary School soccer team is still practicing. That's what champions do. The Hornets won their league's annual tournament, sponsored by the Vancouver Police Department's Activities League.
It felt really good. It was the first time for Harney to win that tournament. I was really happy.
At no cost to students, Harney, King, and other Vancouver elementary schools participate in the after-school program.
I think soccer, much more than a sport, it provides them with different life skills like determination and working together, communication.
You can show what you're made of, because some people say that girls can't do what boys can do, and then playing soccer just shows them that you can be as strong as a boy can.
Many of these students come from families where organized sports aren't a possibility for financial or other reasons. Harney coach Juan Mendoza can relate.
It's been very rewarding because soccer has given me so much in my life. It's the reason I went to school, or else I probably wouldn't have gone to college, because coming from parents that, they didn't go to college.
Ed Esparza runs the program at King and sets the bar high for his team.
The students understand that because of the high standards and the expectations that I have for them and we have for each other, they're going to be held to that standard and have to support each other, but not necessarily have to, but if you're going to be here, it's something that's expected of you.
At King, high school students help out.
I get to train them and I like to spend time with them, and honestly, meeting Mr. Esparza, he's really told me to be more optimistic about life and of my futures.
That atmosphere of high expectations,
Protecting each other, trusting each other,
benefits everyone.
And it's that whole piece about the ball. No matter where you're at in the world, it's a circular piece like the earth itself, and it just goes around and around, and we pass that and we share it to others.
It's helped me to have good grades. It's helped me to stay at school more. It's helped me to improve on my soccer skills, and it's helped me to get to where I am right now.
Congrats to the teams at Harney and King for their effort. Speaking of hard work, students at Sarah J. Anderson Elementary earn a big reward for theirs. In a special assembly, Anderson celebrated its win at a contest put on by the Trex Company in Clark County. Sarah J. Anderson collected more than 1,700 pounds of plastic bags for recycling. The goal of the campaign was to raise awareness that soft plastics, like grocery bags or wrapping materials, can be recycled at local grocery stores.
I've had dozens and dozens of people come up to me since the challenge and say, I didn't know. I never knew that we could recycle these things every single day. So the community building, just the community awareness around, dozens of more things that can actually be recycled is the takeaway for myself and for the community.
For their efforts, the students earned a bench made of recycled plastic. They also got the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to dance with Bagzilla. Third grade students from across Vancouver marched their way around the Fort Vancouver historical area. Not only did they walk in a parade, they represented their family heritage. Here now are the sights and sounds of the annual Children's Culture Parade. That same day, the Foundation for Vancouver Public Schools held its annual fundraising luncheon, and it was a smashing success. The luncheon, held at the downtown Hilton, is the biggest event of the year for the foundation. Columbia Credit Union was the sponsor for the third year in a row. Fort Vancouver High School was the star this year. The school's culinary arts program catered the lunch, the choir entertained guests, and so too did musical staff members. The crowd, more than 450 people, came from all over Vancouver.
It's really overwhelming, and it's not just the parents of the kids who are performing, but it's the business leaders, the teachers, principals, staff, business leaders, community partners, just everyone comes together and has a great time.
The keynote speaker this year was Vancouver Superintendent Dr. Steve Webb, who gave a moving speech about his own experience as a child, overcoming poverty to reach success as an adult. That's in line with the mission of the foundation. In a touching moment, Dr. Webb brought on stage his former vice principal, who helped him realize his potential. What a great event, and you can still make a donation. To learn more about the foundation and its mission, visit its website, foundationforvps.org. Thanks for watching Inside Vancouver Public Schools. I'm Chad Young.